YouTubers, what's going on? Straighten you up a little bit. The boys cut the grass and they're gone. They haven't got her all finished, but they got most of it. 4 weeks is what it took to get somebody to come. Just luckily they are here. Smoking the pipe that Jeff sent me, the Devil Ance. I'm smoking Old Dublin in it, and I only filled it about a quarter of the way, as you can see. And I've already lit it and already smoked most of it. I was on the phone. Watched Simon and got 2 wonderful phone calls. One of my viewers called me and he said, I'm a lurker. And he said some nice things about my videos and stuff, and you know, that makes you, that just warms your heart, you know. I mean, it makes you feel, you know, so good inside. Car going by. So it was a nice chat, you know, to talk to him for 5-10 minutes that we got to chat. That was real nice. And the second one was from a guy you all probably do know already, was Doc Hatfield. And if you don't know him, go and sub to him. Please do. I've been wanting to talk with him for a while. Because see, what you all don't know, or what you might not realize, is that I live about 20-25 minutes away from where the McCoys lived. And then from where the McCoys lived, what you do is you just go up, and our mountains, when I say mountain, we live in the Appalachian Mountains. It's not like the Rockies. Our mountains are about 2,000 feet. The highest one about 3,000. And you can walk up to the top of one, and I don't know, it's according to your age and how good you are. You know, how in shape you are, I guess. Let's just leave it at that. But anyway, it don't take long. You just walk up the hill and down the hill, or mountain, you know, and you can be right where the Hatfields, and that's the way they travel. When they were doing their feud. But that's where I live. But there was I wanted to talk to him because when I was young, my dad and my mom both been married 3 times. Guess it takes a while to find the right one, you know. But anyway, my second stepmommy, her mom was in a nursing home, and I was young, you know, 8-9-year-old, and I would go to the nursing home. You know, they'd take me and I'd run all around that nursing home. I have no clue. They had a big old open area, and I'd walk up and down those hallways, and I just running loose. I was wild. But anyway, there was this one lady down there at the nursing home. And she befriended me. She was an older lady. And her name was Sadie Click. I never will forget her name. Sadie, she used to play the piano, and that's what she did down there. And she could play that piano even at her age, and she had to be 90, if not a little older, but she was roughly around 90. She was an older lady, and she could play that piano so pretty. Oh, it was so pretty. And you'd look over there, and I remember looking at her hands, and her hands was, real small, tiny things, and they was, her whole hand was just wrinkled up, wrinkly. And she was a tiny lady, but she would play. I'd watch her hands, and she would play the piano, and it was so pretty. But anyway, that's what she did. She would play the piano for the silent movies, and then she'd also tell me stories about taking like water or moonshine and holding it in front of a light to give the movie I guess a certain glow or whatever, in those old silent movies back then. But that wasn't the reason I wanted to talk to Doc, because Sadie's husband was Tennis Hatfield, and Tennis was Devil Ance's son, and they had 2 kids together, Tennis Jr. and I forget the other child's name, but like I said, I was about 8-year-old, could have been 9, and if I have a picture of me, if I find that picture, I'll include it. But anyway, Sadie one day, she told me all kinds of stories. She told me stories about, Devil Ance telling her to come on, let's go down the river. And they started walking down the river, and he had a rifle, and 2 guys was coming down a boat, floating down the creek. Devil Ance shot them both, killed them both. They just fell over in the water. She told me about the pig. She told me about them having the little get-togethers and stuff, and they still do that over there now. They have a big old thing, and it's called Hillbilly Days, and they still have But she'd tell me stories about everybody would get together back then, and there was Hatfield, and that's before the feud was. Everybody would dance and have a good time. But anyway, she asked me one day. She asked me. She said, "Do you think you'd talk to your dad and see if you'd go over to my son and my husband's grave and make sure everything's all right? Maybe take a picture and show me." And I said, "Sadie, let me go talk to my dad." But that was in the open area, and I had to go down the hallway because there was rooms, and you go down the hallway to where my dad's mother-in-law was. And I went in there and I asked him, I said, "Dad, Sadie'd like to talk to you, And everybody knew Sadie. I mean, she was a sweetheart. And he come down there and she asked him, and he said, "Yeah." And like I said, it's not a far drive. So like the next weekend or the weekend after or something like that, we drove over there and he took his camera. Like I said, I got a picture of me, sitting beside, they're leaning up against the tombstone, and he took pictures of their graves and all around. And now you can't get around it. Now there's there's a metal fence around it, so you can't get around it. But anyway, we took it back, and Sadie appreciated it. That's what I tell you. I tell you all about stuff that money can't buy, and that's how much I appreciate stuff. You know, because when you get a certain age, you do things that's I don't you get stuff that money can't buy. It's a priceless stuff that I don't want. That memory is what I want. You know, that smile's what I want, and it was it to say, you know, just that picture was worth millions of dollars to say. She thanked us tremendously and was so appreciative of those pictures, and because she couldn't get over there, you know, to take care of the gravesites anymore. So anyway, I wanted to talk to John, and me and John had a nice long chat, and you know, he had got to meet Sadie as well, because his like I said, his great grandfather was Devil Ance. So anyway, I've had a pretty good day. I really have. This smokes good. It's a good smoking pipe. I don't want to forget to say that before I get off here. Jeff, it smokes good. I want to thank you again, sir. I have nothing, no negative comments to say about the pipe. I didn't think I would like it because I'm more of a Prince, a longer pipe. But I put Old Dublin in it, and I haven't had a problem. It's but I'm outside too now. But the smoke is not in my face like I thought it would be. So it smokes pretty good. That's my first time smoking a Devil Ance. And then I got to talk about Devil Ance today. So, thank you. I guess I'll get off here. As always, I hope you're smoking the blends that you love and the pipes that you love. You have a good day. See ya.